Hey guys, so as you can see here, this is another out and about video. This is the 4th of July, so I hope everyone has a really awesome 4th of July weekend. Pretty much we're going to check out my local thrift stores, some pawn shops maybe to see if they're still open. It's a Friday, so I'm kind of hoping that like one or two shops are still open, but we'll have to check that out. I'm not too sure, so we are going to go in there blindly to see how this goes. So let's get it started with the out and about adventure. So the Goodwill store we go. Hopefully we could find something there. I actually drive past Desert Industries and there weren't anything. I mean, like, there's no cars, no nothing. So apparently that place is closed. So we're gonna check out Goodwill now. So let's see what they have. They actually did had some games there. There's Spider-Man for the Xbox. From the other aisle, there was actually a lot of people there, so I didn't show any footage from that aisle, but there was like a huge stack of PlayStation 2 and Xbox games. Most of them aren't really that interesting, so I pretty much skimmed through them fairly quickly. There was actually one item that I was able to pick up. I also found some music CDs as well, but that's pretty much it. So at my local Goodwill, they had some red tag sales. Basically, they're half off. So there's this GameCube here for around, I think, $15.99. Not too sure if you can see that price tag, but I kind of passed on it. I actually found some Xbox 360 cords, also a random third-party controller around like $2.99, but wasn't really interested. I didn't find much there as well. We are at our second stop at Savers. Let's see what we could find. I actually got a few stuff at our previous visit at the Goodwill, so I'll show you guys that later. So let's see what we could find. So once again, I'm back at that Savers. Pretty much same thing. There was only a couple of games, but not really that great. There was Backyard Wrestling for the Xbox, some Wii games. I think I showed Nintendogs for the Nintendo DS, but other than that, another disappointment overall. Didn't find anything at all. I was really tempted to get this, but it was $25. I actually have seen these before. I actually checked the connectors, and I think it was for the PC. And as you can see there, another random Xbox. Hey, so I just got up from Savers. I did not find anything there. I'm pretty much gonna call it a day for now, so I might come back again a couple of days. We'll see how that turns out. But didn't really find anything. So stay tuned for another video, or I'm gonna try to combine the video that I have right now and add that in there. So we'll see how that turns out. So that's all for now. So we are gonna check out one more place before we head home. Epic Thrift Store, if you could see it. Not really holding my breath at the moment. Hopefully we can find something, but if not, I'll let you guys know. Alright, overall a pretty good start going to Epic Thrift Store. I found some games there. Crash 2 for $2.99. I actually picked that one up. Some Xbox and like PlayStation 3 games. A really small selection, but there was actually more when I was looking throughout the store. When I was looking at that glass case, I was hoping there would be some consoles and systems there. I actually found a bag of comic books. I'm not much into comics, but they had like Superman and like Star Wars for like 20 bucks. I'm not too sure if that actually is worth it. Not too sure entirely. At the different side of the Epic Thrift Store, I was able to find the majority of the media stuff. Found some games there. We got Star Wars Bounty Hunter for the PlayStation 2 for $2.99 as well. I actually checked the disc to see if there's like any scratches. That's what I do most of the time if I was able to open the cases, just to make sure that they're not scratched, and pretty much all of them were okay. There was like a GameCube there. There was I think Need for Speed Underground for the GameCube, and there was actually one for the PlayStation 2, but I pretty much passed on those. Also, there were some PlayStation 1 games that you guys didn't see. There was Gran Turismo and Gran Turismo 2. Uh, one was like $1.99 and the other one was $2.99, so I picked those two up as well. But pretty much that's what I found. Here, this Blockbuster case, I wasn't sure what it was. When I opened it, it was Dr. Muto for the PlayStation 2, and I'm not too sure about this game. This is actually a small clip of Zia Records. They had a table of retro games. They had Nintendo 64, Sega CD, Super Nintendo, Sega Genesis, and I think Atari. But when I was looking at the Nintendo 64 games, they pretty much had mostly commons. They went around $4 to $5 a piece. They had Super Mario 64, which I actually picked up for a reasonable price. Wasn't able to find anything else. There were some Sega Master System games. This one was like Missile Command 3D, and the second one was like a racing game. Not too sure. It's really hot outside. Really hot. Yeah. So I just got out from my local swap meet. I don't know if you can see it right over there. And I had some footage, so I might post that up with this. I'm not too sure because when I was doing a preview, the angle was kind of wrong, but I'll see how that works out. But this is the stuff that I got from the swap meet. I don't know if you guys can see that. I shall do like a recap video later on, but this is what I got overall. Overall, there wasn't a lot of people or vendors there whatsoever. Pretty much, it rained 4th of July at my area, so I'm guessing that's the reason why people didn't show up in the swap meet. But I was able to find some good deals for besides that. So yeah, I shall do a recap video sometime towards the end of the video. So stay tuned for that. Hey guys, so once again, this is another recap video showing you the stuff that I picked up at my local swap meet and my thrift stores as well. Quite a few stuff, so let's get it started. What I'm going to start out first is a new console that I purchased last weekend. I got a PlayStation 4, and I had some credits saved up to actually buy the PlayStation 4 and some games for it. So these are two games I got for it. I got Watch Dogs for the PlayStation and Infamous Second Son. I actually finished this game last week, really enjoyed it. This one, I am still doing like the side missions and like the small like mini games that they had for it. Overall, a really fun game. I really enjoyed these two so far. So pick that one up, pick those up. Next are going to be some stuff that I got from Zia Records. These are the two stuff that I got. We got Super Mario 64. I paid $14.99 for it. And I got a Game Boy Advance game, Car Battler Joe, for $1.99. So I got these two at my local Zia Records. At my local Goodwill, they had a lot of stuff, but there really wasn't anything that I wanted to pick up. There is only one game that I was able to find, and it is Phantasy Star Episode 1 and 2. This game is unplayable because you need Xbox Live to actually play this game. Technically, the service is down for a really, really long time, but I just picked it up just to collect it. I picked it up for $4.99, and it's complete. It has like the booklet and the CD for it, so pick that one up. From Epic Thrift Store, found quite a few games there, fairly cheap. We got Star Wars Bounty Hunter, and this one is $2.99. This one doesn't have the manual for it, it's just the CD. See, next we got Crash Bandicoot 2 Cortex Strikes Back. I paid $2.99. I'm going to show these two together because these are actually a set. Gran Turismo 1 and Gran Turismo 2. I actually own the greatest hits version of the first one, and this is going to be like a replacement for it. But these are individually priced. This one is $1.99, and this is $2.99. So I'm not too sure why they did that, but pick those two up. And I think pretty much all of them is going to be the stuff that I got at my local swap meet. So from the first vendor, but overall, when I was there in the swap meet, it was really hot. There wasn't a lot of vendors that showed up. I was really drenched in sweat. It was really bad. I wanted to leave. I stayed there for like, I think 2 or 3 hours, and I was able to pick up some stuff, so it wasn't all of a loss. So I got these two together, Final Fantasy 12. I got the collector's edition and the strategy guide for it. These two were $15. I was willing enough to pay for it because it's pretty much complete when it came with the manual, so I wasn't really gonna like lower down the price because it was kind of reasonable to just get these two together. Let's see some games from a different vendor. I got these 3 items right here for 18 bucks. We got Sniper's Elite for the Xbox 360. This one was like 5 bucks. Homefront, this was also 5 as well. And the soundtrack for the collector's edition of the Super Mario History, just a soundtrack DVD. It has the manual and the CD as well. Paid 8 bucks for it. That's not complete. From a different vendor, I got these 4 games, $5 a piece. So we got One Piece, Pirates Carnival, Kingdom Hearts, the Chain of Memories. I'm gonna butcher this name, Disgaea 2, the Cursed Memories, and see Maximo versus the Army of Zin for PlayStation 2. Some cartridge-based games, only 2. These were 4 bucks a piece. We got Super Mario, Duck Hunt, and World Class Track Meet for the original NES. And we got The Simpsons, Bart versus the Super Mutants. So these were 4 bucks a piece. And lastly, I found these poker cards or playing cards for Final Fantasy 9. These were really interesting. I paid, I think, around 5 bucks for this. So I'm gonna pull these out, just like skim through them so you can actually see them. Hopefully the camera's actually picking them up, but these are like the Joker cards right here. And these are the different cards that you could actually, pretty much like random like characters. Some of them has like the main protagonist in it. Let's see, there's that. There's a random chocobo right there. Pretty much gonna show you like the main characters or like the parties in the game. And I think that is, well, piece part of that. That's pretty much all of it. So don't forget about her. And yeah, for 5 bucks, I picked these up. I don't really play cards, but it's gaming related, so I picked it up for that reason. But yeah, pretty much that's what I got. Expect another out and about video in the near future. So once again, hope you guys like watching my video, and I'll see you guys later. Bye.